Well, hello there. It is your mom of three in NYC, and I'm back with another video. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time on my channel, it's awesome to have you. My name is Taneza. I am the mom of three curious kids. It's a good word, curious. Living in the heart of New York City. I would love to have you as a member of my YouTube family, aka my tribe. All you have to do is to hit that button below that says subscribe. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate your support. Please make sure that your notification bell is turned on. Please feel free to share this video with friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, anyone that you know that's watching Married at First Sight. Season 16, episode 7, Nashville. Jamaican me crazy. Let's dive right in, you guys. Starts with Gina and Clint. Gina is disgusted. She's upset that Clint doesn't see what he said was wrong. That to her is a, quote, huge red flag. Clint meets with Chris and Eris and begins complaining. She called me a ginger. She called me redhead. She called me light skin. Chris tells Clint that, you know what, you're a blunt guy. Maybe she has insecurities about her weight. Eris says, in my mind, she is small. And she is. Later that night, they have a couple's dinner. Clint stands up. Quote, I'm Front Street. I try to be as real as possible. Kirsten, this one-liner, chef's kiss. She said, you came out swinging, strong and wrong. I say, yes. Well said, Kirsten. Well said, Kirsten. Nicole. Oh, I have a shady producer. This was a producer question. Nicole doesn't think that they're doomed to fail. That was a question posed to them by a producer. The producer was like, do you think they're doomed? They gave Nicole that language. That is shady boots. That is, they're married, guys. They're married for real, for real. I was like, that's a shady producer comment right there. Nicole does not think that they are doomed to fail. Then we get to the ranking. Rate your relationship on a scale of 1 to 10. Dominique and McKinley go first. They both say 7.5, but they want to work towards a 10. 7.5, 7.5. Nicole and Chris, I'm gonna roll my eyes. They both said 8.2. Get out of here. Oh yeah, I had the exact same rating. Get out of here. 8.2 is so random. What are you talking about? They both say 8.2. Kirsten and Shaq. When Kirsten said 7, Shaq was taken aback. He was taken aback. I think he's used to like being the best. I really do. I think he's used to being the best dressed, the smartest guy in the room, the smartest guy in the class. He's used to being the best. So a 7 was like a failing grade to him. What was a 70 like in school? A 70 was like a D, right? Yeah, because 69 is a failure. Yeah. So he was like 7 out of 10, a 70? Oh no. But then he says he gives her a 7 and that he's happy with the 7, and I don't believe you. You need more people. I don't believe you, Shaquille. You were not happy with the 7, and you gave her a 7 so that you would not look like a corn dog. Honestly, you did not want to look pressed. So you said 7, and that's why you had her go first. Gina and Clint, solid 5, Gina says. Clint was happy with that, as he should be, that she's still there. He gives the relationship a 5.5. Jasmine and Eris. Jasmine says a 7. Eris says 7.5 or an 8. They bring up never being in love at 39. Now, Eris said it feels crazy. His cousin knew. His cousin was like, when this balloon of this amazing idea deflates and you're really married with a whole new person in your life, you're gonna realize how crazy this is. And now it's starting to feel crazy to him. I have in my notes, even Chris says Jasmine is ready to be a wife. He's not sure if Eris is ready to be a husband. Clint is the worst. At 5 a.m. with things coming out of both ends, who wants to hear that? That can be true, Clint, but Clint just overshares, and he's too old for that. Usually that's younger people that overshare. They don't know boundaries and self-awareness. He overshares. I don't want to. Does your wife want to hear that? Your new wife? That's my puke face. All right. Dominique and McKinley. In my notes I have, what in the Godfather shirt is McKinley wearing? It was the white shirt with all those shells. It was huge on him. Dominique feels like the coach. She has to have a game face. She has to be encouraging with him because he doesn't want to do so many things. McKinley feels the opposite. He feels that she critiques him. It's your way or the highway. McKinley gives Dominique the benefit of the doubt, but she does not do the same for him. He feels like he, quote, set the expectations too high and things are getting awkward now. So there's a shift in their relationship, unfortunately. There's a shift. Nicole and Chris. Chris is crying outside. When I saw that clip at first, I thought, Taneza, Chris was crying because he's so sensitive. He's worried that Gina and Clint or Jasmine and Eris are not going to work. That's why I thought, like, oh my gosh, my homeboy, you know, it's not going to work out. That's what I thought. Then I was like, he just met y'all 6 days ago. Maybe he had a death in the family. Like, oh, how horrible. The reason Chris was crying, like sobbing, not like, watch Real Housewives of Potomac, the Candace cry. And she folds the, not like this, guys. Not like that. He was weeping, boo-hooing. His dogs, both of his dogs, will not be able to come to the apartment for the rest of the experiment because they have a 2-dog limit. Nicole has 1, he has 2, so that's 3. He is crushed. This honeymoon, he says, is the longest that his dogs have been away from him. Nicole was like fix mode, like let's be proactive, let's get a solution. And her dad is willing to let her dog Charlie stay with him. And I have my notes, that's really big of Nicole, which I think it is. Jasmine and Eris, they have breakfast together. They discuss the couple's dinner. Eris feels like he's not doing something and it's causing him to be stressed out. Jasmine's trying to give Eris grace, but he feels more of a friendly vibe. But he knows that he can count on Jasmine and he thinks that time will help. Getting to know each other will help. Jasmine says she's not trying to hear the friend's words. She didn't come to friendship at first sight. She came to be married. She came to be somebody's whole wife. All right, Nicole and Chris. Nicole's dog will stay at her apartment with her family member. Nicole really stepped up, you guys. And I think that was big for Chris as well, to see how committed she was to this process. The fact that she was willing to do this for a few weeks. Kirsten and Shaquille. Kirsten says he's much messier on vacation. Kirsten's like, I hope so. Eris and Jasmine, they decide they want an ethnic chic apartment. Eris loves black art. McKinley and Dominique. Dominique is excited about going home. The couple's packed to leave Jamaica. They're back in Nashville. They go straight from the airport to the new apartment. Gina and Clint. Gina wants to host a Mexican fiesta. Gina's dog, Hank, will stay at the apartment, but she says he can also go with Clint to work. And they're both optimistic about their future together, which I thought was nice, kind of like a fresh start. Kirsten and Shaquille. Shaquille is a self-proclaimed neat freak. they seem more touchy-feely in these segments and comfortable with each other. Like, I thought it was really cute, like falling asleep, even though there's a big camera in their face, I'm sure, and like a boom guy and a lighting guy, that he had his arm around her and he kissed her goodnight. Nicole and Chris, they agreed that they need to continue to communicate because they do not want little small irritations to become big problems. And I honestly did not mind Nicole at all this entire episode. Taneza did not mind her. She did not get under my skin until now. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's weird. So she asked 2 questions. One, if today was decision day, what would you say? And Chris said he would say yes. And then she said, I would, same here. That should stop there. Like, that was enough. That was actually a little bit too much, but stop it there. Why does she continue to ask him if he loves her? I don't know about you guys, but I did not ask my now husband, then boyfriend, do you love me? I didn't do that. I waited until he said it on his own accord. Who asks? And it's not cute and it's not funny and it's awkward every single time. You read the room, Nicole. Read Chris's face. He's like, not yet. I like you a lot though. Like, it's weird. Stop. And you would have got this entire episode 2 thumbs up. Way up. But this whole, do you love me yet? Don't rush it. We got a lifetime together, Nicole. I said, not again, Nicole. Do you love me? Not yet. I do like you. All right, Dominique and McKinley, they're both looking forward to having more space. McKinley's quirk is he gets up early and he's loud. He does not mind cleaning or cooking. Eris and Jasmine. Eris is bossy, and he is. He is. The fact that he chose his bathroom drawer, he chose his sink, he chose his side of the closet. I mean, it's gonna be a new experience living with somebody, but like, come on, you're in a partnership here. Like, hey, which one do you want, boo? Can't wear shoes in the house, FYI. It's funny when they go to Eris's house first, Jasmine says working out wasn't an excuse. Eris really is serious about it. I think she took it really personally. And I understand that, because the more I think about it, it's just so weird, because the first few days of the honeymoon, it was all about sex and what positions do you like, and then all of a sudden it was just like friend zone. Again, maybe it's the alcohol, but you can't blame the alcohol 100%. I do like that Eris mentioned their home after this trial period. The fact that he sees a future for them. And Jasmine sees Eris's father's obituary. Very, very sad. I have never heard of a double funeral. I've heard of a double wedding before, like twins getting married, but never a double funeral. That's just so sad. Eris really misses his dad. There's a hole in his heart, you can tell. It ends with Dominique and McKinley. Dominique thinks that McKinley's living arrangement is weird. The fact that he lives in the family home of his best friend's family is weird. I kind of understood McKinley's rationale. He did not want to get locked into a lease. He would rather find the right place with his new wife. Basically, he followed the show. That's what I get out of it, that he followed Married at First Sight. He was ready to settle down. He followed Married at First Sight. He said, oh, they're going to be in Nashville. Oh, I got to hook up there. He moved to Nashville. He interviewed. He got the show. I'm going to wait until I get married to get a house. But Dominique is used to a more established guy, one that owns their own home. And the fact that he is so transient makes her nervous. Like, he's not putting roots down. He goes from California to Nashville. Like, where's he going next? McKinley says, quote, he didn't want to jump in a place. And Dominique's reply, she was spot on. She said, you jump into a marriage? Mic drop. Mic drop. And I understand where she's coming from. I do. You would jump into a marriage, but not jump into an apartment to have your own space. Like, I think that's weird for a grown man for some reason. For some reason, I don't know. I feel it's more acceptable if it's a woman staying with friends or family, but a grown man to really not have your own space is a little bit weird. We're gonna see, guys. we're gonna see. Next episode is gonna be action-packed. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, turn on those post notifications, and I will see you in our next Married at First Sight review. Bye for now, tribe.